The Nate Parker Foundation is a nonprofit organization that uses film, that empowers young people to use film as a vehicle for community transformation. We do it through a variety of programs, some of which you saw there. This week, this was our staple program. This was our Summer Film Institute, and just to give a little background about it, for those of you who don't know, we pulled 30 young filmmakers from across the country. It's a tedious application process. We have young, in this room right here, we have young people from California, from Chicago, from Brooklyn, from Virginia, from Atlanta, all over the country, right? We pulled them together. They met last Thursday. They meet on Thursday, and after a week, they've created a film. They go through a process we call a Sankofa process, rites of passage, because we make sure before they even put a camera in their hand, that they are armed with their culture. You heard Nate say a quote we always use from Marcus Garvey: "A people without knowledge of their history and culture are like trees with no roots." So we want to make sure that when they pick up that camera, that they have purpose, that they understand the power of that. Thus far, our Summer Institute, which has been our staple program, we've had 5 classes. This is our 5th class, and this is an amazing class. Give yourselves a round of applause. So they go through a variety of workshops. The first day is solely centered around culture and knowing who we are. And we were blessed to have my wife, who was a civil rights attorney, teach. We were blessed to have the amazing Tim Reed talk to them about purpose in film. And they go through a whole day, about a 12-hour day, having conversations, getting to know each other. And then Nate brings his friends from Hollywood, right? We had Twinkie Bird, who's one of the most successful casting directors in the country. We had the Turner brothers, who we thought were like 30, 35. We found out they were your age after the second day. And they go through a whole process of learning the art of filmmaking. And then they come with ideas to pitch. So all of them came with an idea to pitch and to potentially make the movie. Where are the sisters where's Sierra? Throw her hand up. She was the victorious. She had the pitch for the movie that you will see on Saturday night. Right? And they go through, they do prep, and then they have 2 days to make a film, right? That's why you see so many of them are kind of tired, because they were up until 3:30. Thus far, we've given over 150 scholarships, right? We've been in probably about 30 film festivals. We've produced about 15 films. Our young people, in addition to what we've produced with them, they've all went out and produced their own films. They've worked collaboratively, which I think is the most important part of this program. The peer group and the network, what they call their tribe, right? We probably have about 50 of our alumni who are working in the industry. We have, people like Spence, who are regulars on the Wonder Years and in the New Creed, and we have individuals who aren't here right now, some of our alumni, because they're in New Zealand in their films. We have individuals who are behind the camera. We have individuals who are working on various shows in different capacities. But what we found, and I think Nate will attest to this, and I'm sure he's going to speak about it at the end, when Nate and I started this, what started out as just a speech for the great debaters, and starting a scholarship program at Wiley College to build on the momentum of the great debaters. I mean, when the great debaters came out, Wiley College didn't even know about their legacy in debate. Denzel Washington gave them $1 million to start the debate program, and within 5 years of learning their legacy, they become top 5 in the country and beat Harvard. And Nate and I said, wait a minute. I mean, this sparked a movement where we were debating in Rwanda, right, in Kenya, all over the country. When black people saw their images and that intellectual legacy, it sparked something. So Nate and I said, wait a minute. What could happen if we unlock the other legacies, the millions of stories, the thousands, millions of stories that we don't know about? When you think about a film like Hidden Figures, who knew, right? And when we started this, I don't even think we imagined that it would grow so quickly, and that you all would do some of the amazing things that you've done. So I could go on and on. You can see I'm a little bit long-winded, but I just want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank Miss Bibbs. I really want to thank you. She brought her young people here. And Nate is from Tidewater. I met Nate 25 years ago. Believe it or not, I was his teacher, right, at Penn State University. I started my career. I'm a little bit old. I'm not that much old. I was right out of grad school. But Nate used to talk about Tidewater, how we was going to come back to Tidewater. And even though we were at Wiley College, there was always this thing that was pulling Nate back, and we had an opportunity on 2019 to premiere our 4-part docuseries. You saw some of the clips. We had an opportunity for the 16-19 conference here, and that's when Nate and I decided, he said, I got to come home.